We've just heard that World Cup in Mexico will be cancelled or relocated.
The World Cup might actually be cancelled, and I'm not even joking. The situation that is happening in Mexico right now is crazy. And then you look at America with the ICE agents as well.
Yeah.
At this rate, the only safe place to host the World Cup is Canada. As you guys
Yeah.
can see the streets of Mexico right now, this
This
is
is
exactly
crazy.
what it looks like.
Yeah.
And this doesn't even do its justice. I
Yeah.
personally think for the safety of the fans, the World Cup needs to be relocated.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that because it's happening in America, I'm saying it because of the situation of the world we're living in right now.
Yeah.
America, ICE agents. You look at Mexico, you're talking big. With the army, the cartel, it's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
It's just not safe for all the traveling fans that are going to be
Yeah.
watching the World Cup with their loved ones, family, friends.
Yeah.
I'm even seeing Polymarket say, will the World Cup be relocated? Yes or no? 15% chance on that happening.
Whoa.
And I'm going to go with yes, it has to be relocated. The World Cup is in under, 4 months from now? And I just don't think that's enough time.
Yeah.
The sad situation is, even if it does get relocated, where would they relocate it to? But yeah, we need answers
Well,
ASAP.
Canada.
Because day by day, a lot of people are cancelling their tickets. And people are boycotting the World Cup.
Whoa.
But seriously, this is why I say, man, football and politics, even though we don't want it to be together, it's always going to be attached somehow.
Yeah,
I pray for
politics
everyone
is
in
everywhere.
Mexico that's going through this situation right now. And I really hope the World Cup can be relocated to a better and safe place.
I think relocating is better than canceling it because it's already expected by fans. So I think it's not gonna be good if it's gonna be cancelled. So it shall be relocated. Canada is, I believe, safe, so it can be there. It can be there. Anyways, politics is everywhere. You cannot deny that. Politics is whether you like it or not, will get its hand in everything. Okay, whether it's football or sports or religion, whatever it is, politics is there. So we gotta be careful.
I just heard about what happened in Mexico, bro. And honestly, if FIFA decided to cancel the World Cup in Mexico, at least, I would perfectly understand. The World Cup
Yeah.
is set to take place in Canada, United States, and Mexico. But right
Yeah.
now, the state in Mexico is just not it. I mean, it's so
crazy.
tense and bad that I can only show you a video at most, but I just don't even want to speak about it. In a simple video, this is the situation of Mexico right now. It is just
Bro.
horrific. It literally pains me to watch this because this is literally where I was born.
Wow.
But I don't want to get into this right now. I want to talk about the potentiality of FIFA likely canceling the World Cup in Mexico, at least. As of right now, there's been no official statement from FIFA regarding this entire situation that is happening, whether or not they're going to continue doing the World Cup in Mexico. But look, all I have to say is this: if they decide to cancel it, even me as a Mexican, I totally understand it, and I wouldn't even be butthurt. The main concern should be everybody's security. And at this moment, things are just not safe in Mexico for anybody, and especially for players who are going to be flying out and staying at hotels over there, and also for fans who are going to be traveling. If their safety is not guaranteed, then just cancel it, at least in Mexico, and resume it in the United States and in Canada. The situation is much safer there. Now, there is still a lot of time far out. We're talking maybe 4 to 5 months before the World Cup actually begins. So the situation then may be different. But all I'm saying as of right now, things are just not good in Mexico. I'm sad about my country, but I care about the security of everybody. Please drop a follow and let me know what you think.
Yeah, security is more important than football, so I think it shall be relocated. Like it used to be in one country, like World Cup is held mostly in one country. In 2022 it was in Qatar, so it can be in one country, in Canada or USA. Like in USA there is the ice and stuff, but I think it's not as bad as what's going on in Mexico. So I think Canada is the best choice. I believe Canada in one country it can be held, so there is no problem. It can be the World Cup can be held in Mexico in the future, no problem, as it's normal when it comes to peace and like securities. When security is very well there, can be held in Mexico in the future, but now I don't think that's good. But the World Cup shall not be cancelled. Okay, lots of people are waiting for it. It's held once in a 4 years, so I think cancelling it is not good. Relocating it is better, I believe. What do you guys think? Write down in the comments.
2026 World Cup might actually get cancelled. So yes, guys, look what's currently happening in Mexico, one of the host countries of the World Cup. Bro, what is going on, bro? Are we gonna have a World Cup in here, dude? Oh my god. Like, why can't we have anything nowadays? I swear, like, it's always something happening. We can't do anything in peace, bro. Like, bro, I just want Ronaldo to win the World Cup. That's all,
Bro,
man, bro.
come
Just
on.
give him the World Cup, bro. Like, if this actually does happen and they cancel it somehow, just give Ronaldo the World Cup, bro. But yeah, guys, you let me know what you think is gonna happen and what you think of this whole situation.
Bro, World Cup is greater than Ronaldo. It's a big deal, you know. It's not just about one player. Of course, he's a great player, of course. One of the greatest of all time, but it's not about it. It's not just about him, so gotta think about it. But relocating, as I've said, is a better choice.
Fans are calling for the World Cup to be cancelled from Mexico. Yes, bro, it's only 4 months away, and we've already seen the absolute chaos that's currently happening in places like Puerto Vallarta. They're saying that we simply cannot risk this. Shall we have all of the details to tell you in this video? Bro, just look at this video. It happened yesterday. Somebody was apparently brrring outside. And that's whenever the referee told all the players to take off and take cover.
Whoa.
Now, bro, know this. All these cities are going to host the World Cup. Mexico has like 13 games in their country.
Whoa.
And that's why some people are saying that Mexico is simply not the safest place for the World Cup to be held in because of everything that's currently happening. This person right here is saying the World Cup should not be played in a failed state like Mexico. DT should force FIFA to bring all the games to America. No one is safe in a country run by the seas. Bro, Mexico is a beautiful country. We cannot deny that. But at the same time, if stuff simply isn't safe, I don't know, bro. What would you guys do if you guys were in this position? Would you guys rather protect the players, or would you guys just let everything just go on as is? Chat, what do you guys think about this one? Let me know and drop a comment.
Well, safety comes first, so it's very necessary. It's more than football. Security, safety is more than football, more than soccer, so it shall be relocated, as I've said before. Okay, they got 4 months, so they can relocate the places, and when Mexico is safe, well, 4 years later or something, at some point it will be held there, I believe. Well, that's the choice we have. But the crazy part is 2026 is a crazy year. Like, lots of things are happening. Like, you cannot get things done without some sort of things occurring there. That's the crazy part about 2026. We have never had such kind of situations in FIFA, like in recent years, like in 2022, in 2018, in 2014, 2010. None of those countries got into problem when it comes to FIFA World Cup and stuff. But now things are changed. Man, 2026 is crazy.
This is the cartel in Mexico right now.
Yeah.
As in the Mexico that will be co-hosting the 2026 World Cup alongside USA and Canada. If you don't know what's happened in Mexico, a very powerful drug kingpin has been eliminated by police forces. And in retaliation, his cartel has decided to flip multiple cities in Mexico completely upside down.
Wow.
Like, it's looking like a war zone right now. I'm going online, I'm seeing tanks and jeeps patrolled by cartel forces heavily armed like this. I'm seeing buildings on fire. I literally saw Costco that was completely burned into the ground. Like, it looks crazy out there. There's people who were tourists in Mexico trapped right now, saying that they haven't had food. They can't travel, they can't leave their houses, they're completely locked in. Not even houses, like Airbnbs and hotels, like they're completely locked in. They don't know where to go or what to do. They don't know what's going to happen. 13 matches in the World Cup will be played in Mexico. And at the moment, Mexico and the US are just not looking like ideal locations to host the World Cup. And even before I started moving completely crazy by patrolling the streets and aggressively approaching people who they think may or may not have the right documentations to be in the US or live in the US, people already had multiple concerns about the US hosting the World Cup due to the fact that they've had a lack of control over a certain article that has been used to commit mass atrocities in the US for multiple years. And the fact that the US is finally going to have a global event, a global sporting event that they haven't had for a very long time, people's fears and worries just got absolutely ramped up and escalated. And this guy, the FIFA president Infantino, I don't believe is doing enough to provide any reassurance to footballing fans who will aim to travel to the World Cup to watch their teams play in both USA and Mexico. With everything that's going on right now that is potentially going to endanger the fans traveling to the World Cup. I don't think this guy giving Trump peace awards and wearing red USA hats, which obviously give a political innuendo because we all know what the red hat means in the US, is just not reading the room and just not protecting your fans and your consumers and lovers of the game of football. The World Cup is a tournament for the world. It's in the name. And there's already plenty of countries that will be competing in the World Cup, like Brazil, Uruguay, Senegal, Ivory Coast, that are even on Trump's ban list. And this guy is yet to even look to address the problems there to provide any reassurance, but is instead, just kissing backsides of the people running the World Cup. It's crazy, man. It's a very scary time right now for football fans. People are cancelling tickets online. People don't want to go. They already had problems in terms of how expensive tickets were, how expensive accommodation was, and people are even calling for it to be moved, man. They need to sort something out. This guy needs to do his job better, because at the moment people are not looking forward to traveling for this World Cup, and that's going to be a real shame.
Yeah, so the situations in Mexico and the USA are crazy, especially in Mexico, but also USA is not as safe as we think. So the thing that shall be done by FIFA is relocating it to Canada. Canada have no problems right now when it comes to safety and peace and to host world event like World Cup, So Canada is the best place, I believe. So FIFA got 4 months, so they gotta get into solution, right? Relocating it into Canada. That's the choice they have, I believe. Rather than just canceling it. That will work, bro. Okay, World Cup is held once in 4 years and it got cancelled, bro. That gonna be crazy. So be ready, FIFA, and do your thing. That's my message. What do you guys think? Write down in the comments.
FIFA official World Cup regulations allow for matches to be moved or relocated if security and safety cannot be guaranteed. And that rule right now is front and center in Jalisco. There is serious unrest happening across the state. And it's already leading to many fans asking, could this impact the World Cup? Because some of the biggest matches are scheduled to take place there. This includes Spain versus Uruguay and Mexico versus South Korea.
Wow.
All of these are scheduled to be played in Zapopan at Estadio Akron in Jalisco for the 2026 World Cup. The thing is, before this week, Jalisco was already under scrutiny. Mexico's National Search Commission had already reported over 1,000 disappearances as of October of last year.
Bro.
That was a 30% surge from the previous year,
crazy.
leading among major states. Now, after the killing of cartel leader El Mencho, authorities reported roadblocks, burning vehicles, airport panic, suspended flights, and shelter-in-place warning. That's why speculation is growing. But the regulations are clear. Host cities must guarantee security and safety. And if they can't, FIFA 100% has the authority to move or relocate those matches. Nothing yet has changed. I will keep you posted. Make sure you follow me to stay up to date.
Okay, thanks for the information. Anyways, yeah, the solution is relocation. Do you guys think the World Cup shall be cancelled? Write down in the comments. Or it should be relocated? Write down in the comments. What's your opinion on this? Or you just don't care? Anyways, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Write down your comments. Till next time, peace and blessings. Goodbye.